Hello, grade 6 students. This is Miss Manal. Today, our new grammar lesson is about principal parts of irregular verbs. So please open your notebook on page 192 and follow up with me. First of all, what are irregular verbs? We usually add ed to a verb to form the past tense and past participle. Irregular verbs don't follow this rule when the verb is in the past or past participle. Instead of having ed forms, irregular verbs usually change to other forms. Number 1. The present tense is used to state habits. In the present tense, add s or es to the verb if the subject is singular. But if the subject is plural, we keep the verb as is. Example: Kathy tells her mom the truth. Kathy is a singular noun, so we added s to the verb and it is tells. My friends always tell me about their adventures. We kept the verb as is since my friends is a plural noun. 2. The present participle is formed by adding ing to the verb. We use the present participle with verb be, which is am, is, or are, to show that the action of the verb is still in progress. Example: Dad is taking piano lessons every week. Taking shows the present participle form and it is preceded by the helping verb is. Number 3. The past is a tense that talks about an action that already took place and finished in the past at specific time. Example: Mary wrote 2 letters to her grandmother. Wrote shows the past tense of the verb write. 4. The past participle is a form of a verb that describes an action that has taken place in the past. We add ed to the verbs if they are regular verbs to show the past participle form, like the verb play, played, played. And we don't add ed to the verbs that show the past participle form if the verbs are irregular, like write, wrote, written. And the past participle forms, can be preceded by one of the helping verbs: has, have, and had. We use has if the subject is singular, and we use have if the subject is plural. Example: Charlie has kept a knife in his pocket for several days. This table shown on page 192 should be studied by heart. It shows the principal parts of irregular verbs: present, present participle, simple past, and past participle. 1. Begin, beginning, began, begun. 2. Bring, bringing, brought, brought. 3. Buy, buying, bought, bought. 4. Come, coming, came, come. 5. Feel, feeling, felt, felt. 6. Grow, growing, grew, grown. 7. Keep, keeping, kept, kept. 8. See, seeing, saw, seen. 9. Sing, singing, sang, sung. 10. Take, taking, took, taken. 11. Tell, telling, told, told. 12. Write, writing, wrote, written. Let's do some practice on page 192. Directions. Write present, present participle, past, or past participle to identify the principal part used to form the underlined verb. Number 1. Mariam began a music school at 18. Began is an irregular past tense verb. 2. Her family had come to Europe for her concert. Come is past participle and it is preceded by the helping verb had. 3. Joe is beginning his singing career. Beginning shows the present participle form since the verb ends with ing and it is preceded by the helping verb is. 4. Jenny keeps a glass of water nearby. Keeps is the present, shows the present tense, and it ends with s since Jenny is a singular noun. Exercise number 2. Directions. Underline the form of the verb in parentheses that correctly completes each sentence. Dana felt faint after singing in the wormhole. Felt is the past tense of the verb feel, and it's not field. 6. Tom had written a letter to his favorite folk singer. Written shows the past participle form, and of course it's not writed because the past of write is wrote and not writed. 7. Charlie bought a ticket and went to the musical. Bought is the past tense of buy and it's not buyed. 8. Kathy began her voice lessons. Began is the past tense of the verb begin. Please, sweet students, after we have applied page 192 together, I need you to study the verb chart page 192 and to apply page 236 in your notebook. See you later.